All right, we yesterday we saw the basic proportionality theorem, and it's kind of just to quickly recap what it was. In the basic proportionality theorem, you were given that a line is drawn parallel to one side. Okay, this is something which you were given, and it is intersecting the other two sides at any two distinct points. We saw that that was something which was not that important. Like you just have to make sure it's not here or it's not outside the triangle only. So we are just making sure it intersects the other two sides at some like distinct point, which means not here. If it's here, it's a common point, right? So keeping that in mind, we drew this line, and then Dilruba, can you check if Tulsi needs to get on a call? She's not able to join here. So then we concluded that the ratio in which the other two sides will be divided, which is this length divided by this length, that ratio of this length by this length, these two ratios are going to be same, right? AD by BD is going to be equal to AE by EC. Okay, this is this is the basic proportionality theorem. What is given to us there is that, just to like show you yesterday's theorem, I want you to maybe look in your book. So the given part, or the part which is assumed before finding the conclusion, is the line is parallel to one side. Okay, that's the assumption. The conclusion part of the statement is the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Okay, now we're going to the converse of this statement. Yeah, we're going to turn this statement around. Okay. So let's write the heading: converse of basic proportionality theorem. All right, and here let's write down the statement first. The statement goes this way. We're just going to invert the thing. Okay, so what will be given to us? Anyone? What will be our assumption to make? Anyone wants to tell that if we are writing the converse here? Riza, you want to tell us?
Sir?
Yeah. Yes, Dilruba, go ahead.
Sir, given will be AX will be proportional to AY. AX by XB will be proportional to AY.
The whole thing, no, Dilruba? AX by XB, right? Will be, the whole thing will be, so AX by XB will be equal to AY by YB. Yeah, this whole thing will be given to you. So if we were to write it in non-mathematical terms, in the not non-mathematical, but basically in words, we're going to write if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio. Okay, this is our given part. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then what will be our to prove part, or what will be our conclusion part? Dilruba, you want to complete this? How will the switch happen from BPT to its converse? What will be the to prove part?
Then the line drawn will be parallel to one side of the triangle.
Perfect. And which side will be? If it is cutting these two sides, then it will be the third side, right? So then the line is parallel. Very good, Dilruba. Then the line is parallel to the third side. Okay, I'll give you 5 points here. And the line is parallel to the third side. Okay, so here are given, this is known, okay, that the line divides the two sides of a triangle in the same ratio. This is our to proof. Then the line is parallel to the third side. Okay, I want you to take a minute and quickly draw a diagram. Okay, as you're copying this also, quickly draw a diagram. And in that diagram, you definitely need to have, let me draw it a little to the right so that it's, you don't have a parallel line, okay? You have some line, okay? Just draw something close to parallel because you're going to end up proving that it's parallel, but we don't know actually it is parallel or not, okay? We don't have that information, yeah? So we have A, D, E, B, C, yeah. This is our triangle is A, B, C, yeah? Can someone quickly tell me the given part? Given part, Dikshit, would you like to tell me the given part quickly? Dikshit?
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
Hmm. I'll wait for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mansa, would you like to tell me the given part?
Sir, if the given was that a line divides,
Correct.
they are in the same ratio, sir.
So tell me what is the, how will I write it mathematically?
Sir, AD
AD
by EC.
by EC. AD is
No, sir,
here, EC is here.
DB, sir,
AD by DB
equals to AE by EC.
AE by EC. Perfect, Mansa. Yeah, this is given to us. Yeah, the line is dividing the two sides in the same ratio. Good. What by to prove? Yes.
The to prove will be DE is parallel to BC.
DE is parallel to BC. Perfect, Mansa. Yeah, thank you. Give you 5 here. Very good, Mansa. Okay. Now, okay, Dinesh, I'll come to you soon. Yeah. Now, if it was just the answer, then you can lower your hands. Yeah? Now we're going to get into a proof. Okay, guys. I hope everyone is taken down given to proof. If you've not, I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds to take down given to proof quickly. Okay. Now this proof is a very, 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 very interesting proof. Only one proof we have done like this in the last year, I think. I don't even remember what that proof is. This proof is going to be done, is a special category of proofs called proof by contradiction. Anyone remembers what it was? Anyone who remembers what proof by contradiction was? Yes, Nishay. You remember what it was? Go ahead, Nishay.
Sir, I don't remember, sir, but I'll guess it.
Go ahead.
Sir, we'll make a statement, sir, which is false, sir. Then we'll prove it, sir. Then if it becomes false, then the actual statement is true.
Perfect, like very good, very good, very good. Yeah. The word contradiction, you remember contradiction. The word contradiction means if I say something and if Nishchay is saying something completely opposite, that is contradiction. Okay. Like we are contradicting each other. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to make an assumption. Okay. We're going to make an assumption. Nishchay was very, very close and yes, good. Yes, it is a logic, but it's different kind of logic, Manisha. Yeah, it's a special category of proofs. So we're going to make one assumption. Okay, we are going to assume the opposite of this statement. We are going to assume that it is not parallel. Okay. Then we will show, we will assume that DE is not parallel to BC. Okay, this not parallel symbol is mine. I don't know if it's common. Okay, DE is not parallel to BC. We'll assume that. Okay. But finally, we will show that it is not possible. Okay, so that something is going wrong, we will show. Okay, that if we take DE not parallel to BC, somewhere maybe this is going wrong or something which we know is going wrong, which means this assumption is wrong, which means it will be, if this assumption is wrong, then DE will be parallel to BC. Okay, we're going to do the proof like that. Give me a fist to 5 if you're understanding the logical flow of the proof, like the thought process of proof by contradiction. Give me a fist to 5 in the chat box if you're getting what I mean here. Thank you, Asghar, Manisha, Bindu, Dikshit, Shripriya, Dinesh, G, Tulsi, Deepak. All right, good, thanks. So, I don't know, it was not in our syllabus, but we had talked about root 2 is irrational. This is right now dropped off as others, but if we have time, we'll definitely do this. This is a beautiful proof. Root 2 is irrational, root 3 is irrational. All of these have a proof. Okay, they are also done by contradiction only. Okay, and if we get the time and if it comes back into a syllabus, we will do it. Okay, so right now let's do this proof. Okay, so I'm going to start by, let's assume DE is not parallel to BC. Okay, that's our assumption, and I'm going to prove our assumption is wrong. Okay, that's my goal. Okay, I'm going to prove my assumption is wrong. So let's assume that DE is parallel to BC. Okay, which means some other line which is going through D, if it is going through D, some other line should be there which will go and it will cut here, maybe at, let's call this E dash. Okay, that line will be parallel to BC. There should be some other line like this, right? If DE is not parallel, then some other line should be parallel, no, which is going through D, but it will cut here at E dash. Are you understanding my hypothesis here? My what I'm saying here? Please give me a thumbs up if you're understanding what I'm saying here. Okay, what I'm saying, just to like, let me rub this off. Okay, let me make this not parallel only. Our assumption is this is not parallel. No, let me make it like this. Okay, so this DE is not parallel. Suppose, okay, this is our assumption, right? DE is not parallel. Okay, if DE is not parallel, then there is some other line which is parallel and it is passing through D. Correct? This suppose E dash here, DE dash. Okay. See, there will be lots of millions of parallel lines, but we are not talking about that. We are talking about it is passing through D also, but here it will not pass through E. It will pass somewhere else. That will be parallel because this distance and this distance should be same if they are parallel, right? We are assuming it is not parallel. So guys, we are getting this? Yeah. Dikshit, how you feel now? Dikshit, does this help?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So this is my next thing. If I'm assuming that DE is not parallel to BC, then let's draw a line DE dash which is parallel to BC. Okay, so I have drawn that in the red color. Yeah, let's draw a line DE dash which is parallel to BC. Okay, I'm writing line. Do you remember line is okay when we are thinking of it like this. Okay, no need to draw that in 10th grade. Yeah, we are clear about what line and line segment are. Now let's draw a line DE dash parallel to BC, which is intersecting AC at E dash. Okay, so if now guys focus on this. Okay, this is a very important thing. If DE dash is parallel, this line is parallel, I am saying. Okay, this line is parallel, I am saying. What can we tell by that? Can anyone tell me? If this line is parallel, what is our conclusion? Just remember what you learned yesterday and tell me what your conclusion will be. Riza, go ahead.
Sir, AD by DB will be equal to AE dash by E dash C, sir.
Perfect. AD by DB will be equal to AE dash by E dash C. Okay. What is the reason? Not Riza, someone else. MG, can you tell the reason? MG, can you? Okay, Dinesh, can you tell the reason quickly?
Basic proportionality theorem.
Okay. Sir. Basic proportionality theorem. Okay, please write the whole thing. Yeah. Because this green line is parallel. If this green line is parallel, then I should have this by this is equal to this by this. Yeah. Not this one. It should be this whole thing, right? So E dash C. Yeah. Everyone following this so far? Yeah. Give me a fist of 5 if you're, or give me just a thumbs up on screen if you're getting this. Give me a thumbs up on screen if you're getting this. Yeah. Anyone wants any kind of explanation here? Basic proportionality theorem, what we learned yesterday. If the line is parallel, we assume DE dash is parallel, we should get this, right? Yeah. Okay, just give me 1 second, guys. I'll just use the washroom as well. Yeah. So here we were at this stage, right? Now here, I want you to notice very carefully what you are already seeing. Okay, what is this left hand side? Is something known about this left hand side? Is something already known about this particular thing? Anyone? Are you guys hearing me? Are you able to hear me? Okay. Anyone see something which is known about AD by DB? Yes, Bindu.
Sir, in the question, they already gave that AD, AD is equals to AE. Sir.
AD is not equal to AE.
So AD by DB
Yeah, is equal to AE by EC.
by EC.
Yeah, it's something, it's just our alertness. Okay, just be alert to what we know. Okay, this is something we know, which means I can substitute it in this place, right? I can write AE by EC here, right? Does it make sense? So I'm going to substitute from what is given. Okay, from what is given, I'm going to substitute. Therefore, I can say AE by DB is equal to AE dash by E dash C. See what's happening right now. Okay, the reason is given AD by DB is equal to AE by A. Sorry, this will not be DB. This will be what? AE by EC. Yeah, AE by EC is equal to AE dash by E dash C. So this is already given. Okay, from this given, I am putting in this place. I'm putting this. Okay, does that make sense? Dilru, are you following what I did?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we good so far? Yeah. Now, guys, now is the interesting part. You see what the question is, where we have reached right now. Okay, we have reached that left hand side is telling me AE by EC. Okay, left hand side is telling me AE by EC. Okay, left hand side is telling me this full thing by this full thing. Right hand side is telling me this full thing by this full thing. They are telling these two are equal. Let me put it this way. Okay, this green by this red divided by this red, and this green divided by this red, can they ever be equal? I want you to just think about it looking at the picture only. Like, your mind will go, definitely something is wrong here, right? Because the total is the same, which means I can't be getting such a situation. So now let's get to, like, but how do we show that mathematically? Yeah, how do we show that mathematically? That's the important part. Okay, so let's do that. What to show that mathematically, we're going to do something which is a little uncommon. It's something which will not strike me also. Okay, I can see this and I can think, okay, that's pakka going to be not equal. It's something wrong is there. But the next step is it's a little tricky step. Okay, and that's still here every one of us can reach by using logic. But the next step is a little tricky step. So this is something which you might have to, maybe by heart, maybe remember that this step will come. Okay, this is a step which will come in basic proportionality theorem. So maybe you'll have to remember this. Okay, because everything else is logical, very easy. But going to the next step, from here you cannot directly say because it's not very clear. So what I'm doing in the next step is I'm going to add 1 to both sides. Okay, you'll see what happens. Yeah, add 1 to both sides. So you get AE by EC plus 1 is equal to AE dash by E dash C plus 1. Okay, I'm going to take LCM. So AE plus EC by EC is equal to AE dash plus E dash C by E dash C. That is now you come and look at the diagram. Okay, what is AE plus EC? Can someone tell me? What is left hand side numerator? AE plus EC is what? Tulsi. AE plus EC is what? Dinesh, can you tell this?
Sir, it's AC, sir.
It is AC. Okay. So left hand side numerator became AC by EC. I'll keep it like that. Right hand side numerator will what will it be? AE dash by E dash C. What is that, Dinesh? AE dash by E dash C.
Sir.
Yeah. This plus this is what?
AC, sir.
AC only, right?
Yes.
So you see both sides in my numerator now I have got AC. Okay. Here also AC, but denominator is different, E dash C. Okay. So if I were to just cross multiply, you will end up getting AC into E dash C is equal to AC into EC. Okay. AC I can cancel. Both are in multiplication only. So what you end up getting is E dash C is equal to EC. What are we? Where have we reached? They are saying this thing is equal to this thing. When can this happen, anyone? When can this happen? G, go ahead.
Sir, when the BC line is parallel to D.
It's random thing you're saying. No. Anyone else? When can this happen? I want exact thing. When can this happen? When will E dash C be equal to EC? Exactly what do you think? Yes, Manisha.
Sir, when they overlap, sir.
Which thing will overlap with which thing?
E dash and E.
E dash and E. Perfect, Manisha. Okay, very beautiful answer. I'm going to give you 5 here. Okay, yes, Manisha. That's the answer I'm looking for. Okay, one step at a time. Then after that, we can say that it will be parallel and not parallel, all of that. Okay, E dash C will be equal to EC only when E dash will fall on E, right? It will not be equal otherwise. G, are you following this?
Yes.
Dilruba, are you following this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is possible only when E dash falls on E. Otherwise, it's not possible because they are part of the same. They're like part of the same ray, right? It's if it was here and here, maybe we can think like that. But it's on the same. It's just overlapping and then it's going further away. So it's not possible unless and until E dash falls exactly on E. So this is the crucial part where we have proved that our assumption is wrong. Okay, our assumption was wrong because according to our assumption, we drew DE is parallel and DE dash is parallel and DE is not parallel. But now we have shown that E and E dash are same. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Yeah. Okay, it's possible only when E dash falls on E. Therefore, that is, you can also use the word coincide. E dash coincides with E. Okay, any word you can use. Therefore, DE dash is same as DE. Therefore, DE has to be parallel to, which means therefore our assumption is wrong. You can write here, therefore our assumption is wrong. This is something you should write. Okay, in any proof by contradiction, you should end it by therefore our assumption is wrong. Therefore, DE has to be parallel to BC. Hence proved. Give me a 55 on your understanding of the flow of the proof. Obviously, the steps is something you will have to work on, guys. It is a question which has been asked in board exams. Yeah, proof of converse of basic proportionality theorem. They will not ask directly. They will give you the words. So prove, given the words, prove that this. Okay. So I'm going to share this in. Dikshit, why I added 1 to both sides? Why? Because see, finally I have to show this. No, finally I have to show this. E dash C is not equal to EC, is equal to EC. Okay, but Dikshit, when I looked at this diagram, I understood in the ratio point, this ratio level only, I am getting, see, AEC, I am getting AE by EC here and AE dash by E dash C here. Okay, Dikshit.
Yes.
So by looking at the diagram, intuitively, I know that these two ratios are not equal, right? Which means our assumption is wrong. I know there. But that intuition, I cannot say directly, right? I have to show it mathematically that what I'm saying, what it means. So that's why this, not this, sorry, not this one. This one I'm talking about. Okay, this one I'm talking about. Yeah. So that ratio I know already. I can see and I can say that this ratio is not equal intuitively, but that's not something which is acceptable, right? Mathematically, I should show that it's actually not equal. So this adding one step, and that's a step you should remember to do. Okay, it makes sense, Dikshit?
Yes, sir. Thank
Yeah. All right. Tulsi, you want to say something? Tulsi, you raised your hands. You want to say something? Okay, guys, I'll give you 1 minute to absorb this. Okay. Also to make notes, you have 1 minute. Yeah, I think you had already done till this part. While we're doing, you have 1 minute to take things down. 1.5 minutes maybe. Yeah. Tulsi, I can't hear you. You will have to type it out. I am not able to hear anything which you're saying. What are you saying? Let's take things down, guys.
Can
Share कर दिया ना दिलरुबा? I'm in mute only. I'm speaking so much. Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
you. Yes, sir. We can
Yeah,
hear
I was
you.
saying that we'll do a couple of example questions today and then wrap up this class. You will have the exercise as the rest of the exercise is the homework after this class, but it will not be a big thing because it's not for tomorrow. Tomorrow you focus on Kannada exam. You will have it for Saturday. Okay, Saturday morning we have class, so that time we will be coming back to these questions. Yeah, your submission deadline will be Saturday 8 a.m. Let's get to this. This is the first question. If a line intersects AB and AC of triangle ABC at D and E respectively, let me draw a diagram. A line intersects AB and AC. Let this be AB and AC of triangle ABC at D and E respectively, and is parallel to BC. So they have told that L is parallel to BC. Okay. So my given is L is parallel to BC, or you can say DE is parallel to BC. Okay. My to prove is, this is an interesting thing. Okay. Just to prove is AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. See, it's different from our proof so far. Okay. They are saying AD by AB. This is the ratio they are taking. Is equal to AE by AC. This is the ratio they are taking. Okay. Everyone getting the difference between this question and the basic proportionality theorem? Give me a thumbs up if you're getting the difference. The denominator is different here. Yeah. Earlier in our basic proportionality theorem, it was this by this. Now it is not this by this. It is this by this full thing. Okay. That's the difference. Yeah. So let's get to it. It's a very simple proof. Okay. So I'm going to just write the proof here. Okay. So see here guys, so first of all, we know that L is parallel to BC, right? L is parallel to BC, we know. From this we know what? Manisha, can you tell? Therefore, what can we conclude if L is parallel to BC?
AD by DB is equal to AE by EC.
AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. We good? Yeah. Now notice very carefully, okay? My denominator, somewhere I should see, my question is how it is different, okay? My question, instead of AD by DB, instead of this, it is AB, okay? So I have to somehow bring this full thing here, okay? Here also somehow I have to bring this full thing, yeah? And I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you the trick to do that. The trick to do that is the same as the trick we used in the last proof, in the converse proof. Basically, what I'm going to do, actually, it's good to like, I'm going to first, so watch this, okay? So I'm going to take a reciprocal right now, okay? I'm going to take a reciprocal on both sides. You can do that, or you can think of it as cross multiplying, then again cross multiplying. I'm taking reciprocal on both sides. So I have dB by AD is equal to EC by AE. Everyone okay with this? Yeah, wait, this one's reasons is basic proportionality theorem. Okay, everyone okay with this step from here to here? Yeah. What I'm doing is, if I have 2 by 5 is equal to x by y, I can write 5 by 2 is equal to y by x, right? That's what I'm doing. Yeah. So I've taken reciprocal on both sides. This is a simple thing. You want, if this is confusing, you do properly. You do AD into EC is equal to AE into BD. Then next step you go here. Both are fine. Okay. But we are doing, actually, let me write that. Okay. And then next step you go here. Yeah. That's also one way of doing. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a trick which I used in the previous question, which is an important trick. It's going to come in handy in many cases in this chapter. I'm going to add one. Okay. I'm going to add one. And where to use it and when not to use it, it will come by practice. I don't even think that I have that practice recently. So I don't know. I also have not formed a principle in my head as to when do we add one. So I think as you do more and more questions, the trick which you will realize when to use. So we have dB plus AD by AD is equal to EC plus AE by AE. Okay. Now see what's happening in the numerator. The numerator is changing to dB plus AD. That's actually AB. Okay. My numerator has become AB by AD. Here my numerator has become EC plus AE. EC plus AE. That's AC. Okay. This is AC by AE. Now I'm almost at my proof, almost at my last step, except that I have to take reciprocal. Okay. You can take reciprocal directly, or you want, you can write every single step to get to that. So I'll just write all steps. So I'll do AB into AE. I'm doing cross multiplication, AC into AD. And then I will do again cross multiplication. Basically, I'll take AB to the denominator, and I'll take, what should I take to the denominator? I should take AB to the denominator and AC to the denominator. Okay. So I'll take AB to the denominator, right side. So AE is equal to AC into AD by AB. And then what should I take to the denominator on the left side? AD by AB I want on one side. So AC I should take other side. So I'll get AE by AC is equal to AD by AB. Hence proved. Are we good with this? It's a simple one-step proof, guys. Okay. Only thing which I need to understand here is the addition of 1. Okay. That is the only tricky part here. Okay. But I think it's a good thing to, like, you know, go over this a couple of times. Maybe also do it. Yeah. Give me a justify in the chat box how you're feeling about this particular proof. Yeah. Dilruba, how are you feeling?
Good, sir.
Good. Simple है ना? मतलब the only that 1 plus 1 is a little tricky. तो वो ना कब add करना है, when we have to add, when we have to, like what we have to do on that will come a little bit by practice. also as I teach the chapter, maybe I'll also realize something and I'll tell you. Yeah. Right now, I'm also not clear. It's not coming naturally to me also. So I cannot give you some random suggestion. Yeah. I remember back in 10th class, I was also confused about this proof, and I used to like, if what this addition of one, it's not very logical. Why we cannot say that time only? All that I used to think, but I understand the importance of like doing it mathematically now. But let's see if I'm able to come up with a tip of when we should do this. Yeah. So that's a simple proof, guys. Okay, that's example 1. Yeah. Now, yes, tell me, Dilruba. Dilruba can't hear you. Screen share kar diya yaar. I think so. Yeah, I shared. Dilruba. Okay. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of our class today. Okay. Your homework, this is important. Okay. Please make note of your homework. Okay. It's going to be a little long. Maybe you can spend 1 hour today if it's Hindi is easy, but you will have at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours of work. Okay. Minimum. It can be more depending on your speed. I will encourage you. It is proofs. So I'll encourage you to do it with a friend. Okay. Don't do it alone. Do it with some friend together. Okay. So as homework, you're going to go through example 2. Okay. You're going to do it in your notebook. Okay. First, maybe go through it, then do it in your notebook. Okay. Example 2, example 3. It's very simple. Yeah. Example 2, example 3, and then the exercise 2. Can someone tell me the chapter name, chapter number? Deepak, chapter number dekha kya ghar jaake?
2, sir.
2, sir.
Bapre, this is your second chapter. Okay. So exercise 2.2 it will be, right? Exercise
Yes,
2.2 ka? Yeah. So you have to do question 2. Question 2 is very simple. Okay. It's converse of basic proportionality theorem use karke. Question 2 is going to be very simple. Take a couple of minutes. Question 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 and 8 also I'm tempted to give, but yeah, let's do that. 7 and 8. Yeah. 7 and 8 is basically you are proving midpoint theorem and converse of midpoint theorem. Okay. These two proofs are like, I told you know that basic proportionality theorem and its converse will eat up these two proofs. So that's what you're going to do in question 7 and 8. Attempt this. This is attempt. If you're not able to do it, we will definitely discuss this in class, whether you're able to do it or not. These are compulsory. Okay. Very easy proofs. These are mostly very easy. 2-3 steps it will take. Okay. And this is not a proof. This is a question. Yeah. We good with this? You have time till Saturday. You have time till Saturday morning 8 a.m. Okay. Saturday 8 a.m. Yeah. I'll send an email aram se. Yeah. That's all, guys. Let me know how the class was in the chat box, and then you can drop off. Bye.